15 Things You Didn't Know About Will Smith. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hey there, Aluxers. We're glad to have you here with us again today as we talk about yet another inspiring person. This time it's all about the Fresh Prince, Will Smith. He was born Willard Carroll Smith Jr. on September 25, 1968 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to parents Caroline and Willard Carroll Smith Sr. Like the Fresh Prince opening song says, he spent most of his life in West Philadelphia, in the Winfield neighborhood to be precise, where he attended the prestigious Overbrook High School. Smith started his career as a hip-hop artist known as the Fresh Prince, long before he became one of the most bankable actors in the world. After he made his debut as an MC with the modest fame, his popularity increased once landing a starring role in the television series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air based on his life. When the show ended, he transitioned from television to film, starring in many blockbusters. He's the only actor to have 8 consecutive films gross over $100 million in the domestic box office, 11 consecutive films grossing over $150 million, as well as 8 consecutive films opening at the #1 spot at the box office. Because of this, he was ranked by Forbes magazine as the most bankable star worldwide. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. Today, he's one of the most powerful actors in Hollywood, having amassed 5 Golden Globe Awards, 2 Academy Awards, and 4 Grammy Awards. But that's enough with the intro. Here's 15 things you didn't know about Will Smith. Number 1. He got his break into the music industry at 16 years old. Will Smith started his career as a part of the hip-hop duo DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. The pair met when DJ Jazzy Jeff Towns was performing at a house party just a couple of streets away from Smith. Some call it fate, but the night they met, Jazzy Jeff was missing his hype man, so Smith decided to fill in. Soon after, they joined forces, and together with another friend, they released their first single, Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble, under the Philadelphia-based Word Up Records. Just 1 month after Will Smith graduated from high school, the single became a hit. Number 2. He's really good at math. With an IQ of 115, Will Smith is rumored to have a perfect SAT score, although he'll only admit to the numbers being pretty high. In an interview, he declared that if he wasn't an actor, he'd be a computer engineer because his favorite subject at school was always math. Will Smith is one of the few celebrities, like Johnny Depp, Angelina Jolie, and Brad Pitt, to have an IQ above 110, which is ranked from superior intelligence to genius or near genius. Number 3. He can solve a Rubiks cube in under a minute. The famous actor has a lot of secret talents that not many people know about, and we bet you probably didn't know this one. He is one of the few people who can solve a Rubik's cube in under a minute. Impressive, right? He got a chance to showcase this talent at least twice on screen, once in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and again in the film The Pursuit of Happiness. There's no trickery involved, he's solving a real Rubik's Cube. Number 4. Smith is the first hip-hop artist nominated for an Academy Award. Upon his movie success with Bad Boys and Men in Black, he started his solo music career with the release of Men in Black, the theme song from the film with the same name. His solo album, Big Willie Style, went 9 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. Then, at the age of 33, he played heavyweight boxer Muhammad Ali in the biographical sports drama film Ali. The film was well received by critics, but didn't do so well at the box office. In the end, though, the critics' voices were heard, as he received both Golden Globe and Oscar nominations for Best Actor for the film. Number 5. He was a millionaire before the age of 20. After he hit it big with the song Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble, Smith and Towns attracted the attention of Jive Records and Russell Simmons, who signed them to the label. Their success grew bigger with the release of their first studio album, Rock the House, which got them their first Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance for the track Parents Just Don't Understand, although Summertime was their most successful single. By the time he turned 20, Smith had made his first $1 million, and his net worth continued to grow as he transitioned into acting, taking on roles in big blockbusters like Men in Black and Bad Boys. Today, Smith is worth approximately $300 million, $20 million of which came from his work in Men in Black 3, Suicide Squad, Hancock, and The Pursuit of Happiness. According to the Internet Movie Database, Smith's biggest payday was the $28 million he scored for I, Robot back in 2004. Number 6. He's had problems with the IRS. When Smith started as a musician, he experienced a lot of success and became financially independent in his early 20s. But the lack of experience made things worse for him as he started to spend his money freely. During that period, he underpaid his taxes, and the Internal Revenue Service, or IRS, assessed a $2.8 million tax debt against him and even took many of his assets. To avoid going bankrupt and to pay back his debt to the IRS, he agreed to take on the role in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. During his first 3 seasons of the TV show, he was forced to give over 70% of his paycheck to the IRS. Number 7. He learned to be an actor on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He might have only taken the role to settle his debts, but it turned out to be a very valuable decision in the long run. At the start, he had no idea how to be an actor, but the executive producer of the show, Quincy Jones, has said that after a 15-minute read-through, they knew Smith was their guy. Thanks to his performing background, though, Will managed to get a hang of his new gig pretty fast. However, Will has said he found it difficult to learn his lines and actually had to memorize the entire script just to remember his own parts. Looking back, Smith says he finds watching those old episodes embarrassing, saying his performances were horrible. Live and learn, Will. Live and learn. Number 8. The media used to call him Mr. July. Thanks to his energetic charisma, funny, laid-back attitude, and the outgoing personality he has, Smith is a fan favorite among viewers, which is why his films received critical praise and helped his career to get bigger and bigger. Many of his films would be released in July, since it's the perfect month to release blockbusters with kids out of school and people enjoying more leisure time. For years, Smith released blockbuster after blockbuster, including Independence Day, Bad Boys, Men in Black 2, Bad Boys 2, I, Robot, and Hancock, all in July, giving the media the perfect nickname for him, Mr. July. Number 9. Aw, hell no, is his catchphrase. Not sure if you've noticed this, but Will Smith tries to use his catchphrase in each one of his movies. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger's I'll be back, Will Smith's "aw, hell no" is an iconic catchphrase he used for the first time in Independence Day when he referred to aliens. He's also used the catchphrase in 7 Pounds, all Men in Black movies, Bad Boys 1 and 2, I, Robot, and Suicide Squad, just to name a few. One other trademark for him is that he often plays a police officer or an agent in his movies. Number 10. To prepare for his role in Suicide Squad, Smith shaved his head. In 2016, Will portrayed Deadshot in the supervillain team-up action film Suicide Squad, a role he took on instead of filming Independence Day: Resurgence. The movie had a strong debut that set new box office records, grossing over $745 million worldwide, becoming the 10th highest-grossing film of 2016. To prepare for the role of Deadshot, Smith shaved his head and spent some time training with Navy SEALs and Army Rangers, and practiced shooting with a Glock 9mm handgun and an AR-15 rifle. Starring alongside Will Smith were actors Jared Leto, Viola Davis, Cara Delevingne, as well as Margot Robbie. Here's a fun fact. Will Smith and Margot Robbie starred together in Focus way before Suicide Squad. If you want to learn more about Margot Robbie, we've got her covered. Check out our video, 15 Things You Didn't Know About Margot Robbie, by clicking in the top right corner. Number 11. His first major film role came at 25 years old. When Smith was 25, he was already famous thanks to his work in music and TV, but he wanted more. That's when he took the leap to the big screen. His first major roles were in 6 Degrees of Separation and Bad Boys. Bad Boys was a commercial success, grossing over $140 million worldwide, but had mixed reviews. But that didn't stop him from moving forward with his career. He continued on to work on Independence Day, which was a critical success, becoming the 2nd highest grossing film in history at that time. A year later, he starred alongside Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black, which established him as a prime box office draw. From there, it's all history. Number 12. He wrote a children's book titled Just the Two of Us. The now famous actor and hip-hop artist has actually written a children's book about fatherhood titled Just the Two of Us, inspired by the song of the same name from his debut solo studio album, Big Willie Style. The book is his tribute to his parents and to his little boy, Trey Smith, whom he had with his first wife, Cherie Zampino, in 1992. Number 13. He didn't go to college. Growing up, his parents supported him in his dreams to become a famous singer, but if he failed, he had no degree to fall back on. Thankfully for him, he didn't have that problem. Some publications reported that he turned down a scholarship from MIT, but according to Smith himself, he never planned to go to or even applied to college. He says he had pretty high SAT scores and schools needed black kids, so he probably could have gotten in, but he never had the intention to go. Number 14. He has an impressive car collection. For such a big star as Will Smith, nothing is impossible, and for a car fanatic like him, it's understandable why he has an impressive car collection. Will's choice model seems to be the SUV, and he has a few in the collection. He also has a Cadillac Escalade with a stiff, fully boxed frame, and no collection is complete without a classic. Smith also owns a shiny red 1965 Ford Mustang convertible. Number 15. Will and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, owned Overbrook Entertainment. Together with his wife, actress Jada Pinkett Smith, Will owns the production company Overbrook Entertainment, which makes the pair no ordinary couple. They're also business partners. Their company is responsible for producing several of Will's films like I, Robot, The Pursuit of Happiness, 7 Pounds, and The Karate Kid. His company actually gets its name from the old neighborhood Smith grew up in. Overbrook is a section of Philadelphia that has produced some other exceptional talents as well, like basketball players Wilt Chamberlain, Hal Lear, and Walt Hazzard, as well as musicians like the Dovells, the Orlands, and Dee Dee Sharp. Now that you've learned more about Will Smith, which fact do you think is the most interesting about him? Do you like his movies? Let us know in the comments. And because you stayed with us here to the end, here's a bonus fact just for you. Will Smith is scared of heights and can't really swim. He's been 6'2" since about the age of 13 and says it was really hard to learn to swim at that size. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an A-Luxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.